How's the biz, bro? How's everything?
To be honest, bro, it's been really good. Like, I feel like the last couple months have definitely probably been my like best months as being a barber, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fire, bro. I
Yeah.
was looking at your sheets. Like I saw like there was one month where you took like hella days off and shit, and you were still making pretty good
Yeah.
money.
Was it when I already had the price raise?
I think it was right before, bro. I
Right
think it was
before.
right before. But as far as this call, bro, I'm gonna record this call. We're gonna just go through your whole, I guess, your whole experience with working with us as far as like just giving some raw game. Because I think there's a lot of barbers out there that are stuck in like the 25, 30, $35 price point
Yeah.
and they don't know how to get out of there. So
Yeah.
I think you'll be speaking to those barbers, bro, that are stuck even at a 50 because I think if you were to stay there at your location, maybe in a more like a more safer route, like you
Yeah.
stay there, you could go up in pricing, but you'll be able to scale faster at your location. So
Yeah.
it's like a trade-off, right? Where like you can probably already go up to 55,
Yeah. Yeah.
at your
For sure.
shop, but you're trading off that jump to your crib to have the time and to be able to create at your own space. So you're
Yeah.
kind of delaying that, which I think is a chess move, bro. I think it's a good move, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. To be
You
honest,
know?
I'm not gonna say I'm like super comfortable at 45, but I mean it's been better than, obviously my prices before, like way better.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So I guess like tell me a little bit about yourself. Let's pretend that I didn't know shit about you. When did you pick up the Clippers, bro? What made
all
you
right.
get
It's
into
kind of
into chopping?
it's kind of not like a crazy story, but bro, it's crazy. It is kind of crazy because like before I even started barbering, I started barbering like literally like 2 months before COVID hit. Literally like two
Oh
months.
shit. Oh
But
shit.
before that, I used to watch you, I used to watch Ken in high school. Like I would just watch barber videos because stuff was satisfying. And I was like, you know what, maybe one day like I'll cut hair. But I never really thought, I was gonna pick up the clippers because I already had homies in high school that were already cutting. So I was like, I felt like there was kind of no point, I guess. I didn't really think
Yeah.
about it. But then 2020, I think it was in like February, my cousin, one of my close cousins, he was going to barber school for like a month. And I was like, you trying to cut me up? Because I needed a barber. So he started cutting me up.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
just started cutting me up. And one day he was like, hey, bro, he's like, you should come to barber school. And I was like, I don't know, bro. Like, I've never cut hair. I don't know how to cut hair. I was like, I watch videos all the time. I was like, but I don't know how to cut hair like that. He's like, come on, bro, just do it. And at the time, bro, I think I was about to be, yeah, I was 20. I was gonna be 21 that year. And I
Yeah.
be honest, I didn't really have anything like going on for myself. Like I kind of just worked, I was just having random jobs, not
What
making
was
much
your what
money.
was your what jobs did you have around that time?
So like right after high school, I worked at this like fertilizing company for a couple months, but I was like, yeah, I don't want to be doing something like this my whole life.
Is like I don't want to be smelling shit. It's
Yeah, that and then like bro, low key, like I was breaking my back. Like I was breaking my back pretty much for those couple months that I was working there, and I wasn't making nothing. Like maybe like $900 every 2 weeks. So it
Yeah.
was like, no, it wasn't like it kind of just opened my mind. I was like, all right, let me try some other stuff. So I tried college, didn't like it. I worked on houses, didn't really like it. I worked at a Dairy Queen for like 2 days, and I was like, I did not like it.
Oh
Like,
shit. That's
so
great.
to be
And
honest, bro,
you just walked out. You just walked out and shit.
yeah, I just never showed up, which it was bad on my part, but I was just like, this is not for me, like
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but right when I was right before I got into barber school, I was working at this little it was like a gaming lounge pretty much in
Mm,
my town, my back in my hometown.
yeah.
And I was just working there, just pretty much just going with life, like not really like like have any like plans ahead. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But then my cousin, like I said, he was like, come to barber school. And I was like, I don't know, bro. And then he's like, just do it, bro. He's like, if you don't like it, you could just always just stop doing it. And I
Yeah.
was like, I bet. So he got me in contact with the school. And just from there, bro, I started doing it. And I told myself, I was like, you know what? Like, if I'm gonna do this, like I want to get good. I don't want to be like a barber that
Hmm.
just cuts hair, just for the money. I was like, no, I want people to
Yeah.
really appreciate my haircuts and I want to get
Yeah.
good. So yeah, bro, I started doing that, and then I want to say like I feel like I kind of picked up pretty quick. Probably like in the first like 6 months, that's when I was like, all right, bet I'm gonna start posting a little bit, and then I'm gonna just
Yeah.
cut at my crib in the garage. So that's kind of where I started too, just cutting in the garage.
What made you go all in? Like I feel like a lot of people, there's a lot of people in your position that are in part-time jobs, or they're in barbering, but they're not like fuck, they're still thinking about like other income sources, other shit. What made
Yeah,
you go all in on this shit, bro? Because that's how I felt too. Like I was like, bro, I didn't watch YouTube or anything, but I watched my barber cut for so
yeah,
long, bro, so long that I was like, bro, I can pick this shit up real quick. So like
yeah,
my fades are pretty crispy. Like when I started, like I was pretty
yeah,
fire, you know.
yeah.
So what made you go like all in, bro, and not like question that, you know, this might not work out?
To be honest, like when I like I said, when I first started, I was like, all right, Mark, like if you're gonna do this, like you're not gonna suck. Like you're not gonna be, just a regular barber. Like you don't want to do that. Like just put your all into it pretty much. Like if I'm gonna spend all this time and money, because bro, it's at in Arizona, it's it was 1,500 hours at the time. And at first I was doing part-time because I couldn't really afford to pay for full time at the time with the job
Yeah,
I had. So I was like,
yeah,
had to work, had to, do that. But then COVID hit and I got lucky. So I think people started like liking my stuff pretty early. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna charge, 15, $20 when I first start, just so I could
yeah.
pay for my school. And I let my clients know too, like, hey man, I know I'm not the best. I was like, but trust me, like once I get
I'm gonna
done with
get
school,
better.
yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna get better. Like, don't worry, like you guys will all be taken care of. And I told them now, I was like, just trust me, like, you guys will all be good. All my close homies too that I've been cutting, like since I started, they still come to me. They still
yeah,
trust me, they respect it. So, I was like, you know what, like I don't have nothing else going on. Like I might as well just go all in. And I seen YouTube, barbers on YouTube. I seen Ken and all them just doing what they do, bro. And like they could really make something after just cutting hair. Like
yeah,
the money is nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's like we get, you get the freedom. Like I feel like the pros. I looked at it really looked at it, and I was like, the
yeah.
pros really outweigh the cons if you really think about it. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I
I
was just
think,
like, it
bro,
was worth it.
we have similar mindsets, bro, because I think that's what separates like a really a decent barber from a great barber, is that mentality of like you're just grateful for the craft, right?
Yeah,
You're grateful for that shit because like, bro, like all that I ever wanted was just to control my own schedule,
that
and
see, bro.
and
That's
and and then that's was just like I was like, damn, bro, like I get to wake up and I get to do whatever the fuck I want. You
yeah,
know, and it's just like, bro, that was a blessing, and I feel like people take it for granted. People don't see it that way, so they go into work and they're like, damn,
yeah.
like fuck, like I have to
I
cut
mean, I
hair. Like it's
yeah,
like, bro, like fuck that, go work at Dairy Queen. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like go
exactly,
back to
bro.
work, bro. Like you don't want to go back to Dairy Queen, bro.
Yeah,
Like fuck
no.
that, bro. Like
Uh-uh.
so now that you jumped into barber school and all that shit, like what was the transition, bro? Like how did you get into the shop? What advice can you give to people that can get into a shop? And when did you start? Like, when was there a period of stagnation? You know, once you got to to the shop life and stuff.
Yeah, so I think it took me a while because of COVID, because I would miss a lot. They kind of like shut the school down for a couple months. But I would say that I knew one of the barbers at the shop that I'm at right now. I knew him because he used to cut me in high school. And he used to always reach out too, like, hey bro, let me know when you're done, barber school, we could, if you want to work with us, you could work with us. And I knew
Yeah,
the same owner now. I knew of him because he used to do like back in like probably like 2014, 2015. I don't think designs were like super crazy, right? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
they were kind of, but the owner of my shop now, he used to do like badass designs, and like I always knew of him. And the town that I'm in right now, cutting hair, everybody knew him. Like everybody knew the shop. It was already established and everything. And right out of barber school, at first I was just gonna cut hair at the crib, but bro, in Arizona, it's hot. Like it's so hot. It's too hot to cut in the garage.
yeah,
So I reached out and I talked to him, and picking a shop, it's like you do want to be around like other barbers that kind of have like the same mindset, or like, just overall just good people. You don't want to work with people that,
yeah,
don't align with what you do, or, come to work and they hate cutting hair. They just, they bash it all the time. You just don't want to be around like energy like that. So
yeah,
when I went to go talk to him, to be honest, bro, like he kind of like, in a sense too, like I see him as a mentor too. Like he really like kind of opened my eyes and like really showed me like what like barbering could really do, like especially if you take it serious.
yeah,
But so when I got into the shop, it was just kind of like, I was just getting started. Like it was kind of new to me. Like it was, I would do haircuts at school too, but it was a little bit different of an environment, cutting
yeah.
at a shop, because at school they know like, okay, if this student messes me up, like, the instructor will just come and
He's gonna
fix it.
fix it. Yes, fix it. At barbershops, you
Yeah.
fuck him up, he's going home and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. So, yeah. So I would say, to be honest, bro, like probably up until around this year is when I stopped feeling like I was stagnant in a sense. Cause yeah, the first couple of
Mm.
years when I was cutting, at the time I did have like a lady, so like it
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
kind of like I kind of got a little too comfortable, you know, like I'll be, oh, I'm just gonna go home early, you know. Oh, I don't have no clients on Saturday, I'm gonna just go home. Like I kind of
Hang,
half-assed.
hang out with my girl.
Yeah, I
So
kind of have. Yeah, for sure. I kind of half-assed it, and you know what I would tell new barbers now, like if I could go back to like when I first started in the shop, I would definitely tell them like, hey man, stay as late as you can. You know, cut everybody you can, even if you don't want to cut them, like just cut them. Show up on time. Don't leave early, like stuff like that. Because I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did that too when I first got in the shop. You know, I was kind of like
yeah,
lazy. Well, I would say a little bit lazy, but I didn't really feel like I was progressing either. And I kind of felt like I was a little comfortable because, like I said, bro, like all the jobs that I worked before, like all my checks were low. So like I think my first time I made like 1,200 bucks in 1 week. I was like, man, bro, like what the hell? Like
yeah, yeah,
I
bro,
like
yeah,
what the heck? Like I made this much
bro,
money just and then too, like it's just like, bro, I'm just doing what I love. Like I like to cut hair. I love to do like, you know, it doesn't
yeah,
even really feel like a job. So I would say in a sense too, like I kind of got a little comfortable in the beginning for like the first maybe like 2 years. Up until last year, I kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna take this way more serious. And then for
yeah,
sure this year, whenever I joined your guys' program, I was like, you know, this is really gonna like step it up. Cause like you know, I don't really know any other barbers around, at least where I work, that are kind of like, you know, like have mentors. They have people that are helping them, you know, scale their businesses and just
yeah,
kind of just taking it to the next level. Because to be honest, bro, like I don't know where I would be at right now if I didn't join the program. I'd probably still be living with my mom, living with my nana, just going to
yeah.
work, doing the same, you know, doing the same stuff, not creating content. Cause yeah, like even just the creating content aspect, bro, like I like that too because it kind of like now it's, you know, barbering and it's creating. We're already
Yeah.
creating with, you know, the barbering stuff, but like making content now, like it's just different. Like it gives you like a different,
It's
like a kind of like a different, like motivation in a sense, like, you know, like
it's
something
it's
to
it's
like
be- it's
go
be- it's
after.
because I think it's because your perspective is always on the like you have like that's the thing is that I feel like people don't have a bright perspective. It's all perspective because you can see it as like content as being a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like fuck, I have to show myself on camera. Fuck, I have to post my haircuts. Fuck, but you're seeing it as an opportunity, and I
Yeah.
think
For
that's
sure.
that's the main thing that stops people too, even from joining any mentorship programs, right? Like people get scared and they
Yeah.
don't see the perspective of like it's an investment. You're learning from somebody. There's credible people.
No,
Like
yeah,
every
for sure.
even in fucking like real estate, like a real estate guy will tell you the same. Oh, I learned it from somebody. You know,
Yeah.
somebody learned some shit from somebody, bro. So
Yeah.
I think what do you feel like like when you were stuck with in your relationship and you were doing all that, what kind of like went through your head where you're like, fuck, I need help or I need to like step it up and shit. Like I need to
Uh,
switch some shit up.
probably when I went through the breakup, to be honest.
There
I
you
feel
go.
like
Yeah.
as a guy, like I feel like we all kind of go through something like that, you know. But I definitely feel like that kind of pushed me and made me realize, like, all right, Mark, you gotta now you really gotta step it up. You really gotta do what you're supposed to do and not really slack, you know.
Yeah.
Especially as a man too. Like, you know, I'm this year, I'm 21, 22, living with my mom. Like, no, you know, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's like I want more for myself. You know, I want to be a great barber. I don't want to just be, oh, Mark the barber. Like Mark's just he just cut hair. That's it. Like I always kind of felt like, or even just seeing myself doing more, and I always feel like I can do more. And then you know, joining this before I even joined this too, I was like, I don't really want to be on camera. I don't really want to record. I don't really want to do this and that. But then joining and then you know hearing from you guys like how much goes into it and like how much you could receive back from just creating content. It's
Yeah.
like, bro, like, why would you not do it? It's like
Facts.
it just makes everything better, and it does make, like I said, it makes barbering way more enjoyable. To be honest,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You don't see it as a burden. That's like a positive. Like if
nah,
there's
yeah,
gems, it's like see content as like a fucking it's something positive, you know?
yeah,
So another thing too, so take me through the time frame. This 2020 it's 2022, right? Or 2023?
yeah. I got
You're
done
at the
about.
how long were you stuck in like that price point of like the $35 range?
So I would say when I first got to the shop, to be honest, I think we were at 30 for appointments, and then probably like a year maybe in. Cause I at first, like, see, bro, I didn't know like how, like I never knew when to raise my price. I always just thought, when you get better, like, all right, you're gonna up your prices, or every year you're gonna up your prices and this and that, you know. But I would say probably from when I started in 2021 all the way till probably about last year, I think in the beginning they were like, all right, prices are going up. The shop needs to, we got to go up our prices. And at the time too, still like I didn't know like how am I gonna raise my price? Like how do I know like I need to raise it? And I can't just like you said, you can't just go off of a feeling and just be like, oh, I deserve $100 a cut because it just doesn't work like that, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And then
That's
tracking the
that's
numbers too.
bro, you've been tracking, bro. You've been
Yeah.
tracking. Like you're disciplined, bro. I think people think that it's just like knowing, but you gotta do. You know, you
We'll
gotta
see.
know and you gotta know and do. So it's
Yeah.
like you got the information and now like one, you're consistent as fuck,
Yeah.
and then you're tracking. So it's like you went from 35 to 45, and then you're almost booked up at 45, right? So at this point, it's like you went from like 35 to a potential 55 to $60 a cut. You know,
Yeah.
so where you have now, bro, you can comfortably move to your crib or to a salon vibe, and
Yeah.
you'll know how to create content. Like
Oh
you'll
yeah.
know
See, yeah.
you can go in there. So it's like you built that foundation around consistency, knowing the tools. Because I remember you were struggling with your showcases, bro. You were
Yeah,
just
bro.
like,
It
"What should
was
I do, bro? Like, what should
I
I
didn't
do?"
know I didn't
And
know
I
what
was
to
like,
do.
"Fuck, bro." I was like, "Get the backdrop, get the lights, like move shit around," and you figured it out, bro, at a
Yeah.
shop. You know, which is
Just trying new
hard.
stuff for sure.
Just trying new stuff, and like you would jump on every single Zoom call, like almost every single call, and like you would always ask for advice. So I think that was dope. But now looking at your numbers, what would you say is like a goal for you now that you have the foundation, now that you know how to track and do all that stuff? What would you say would be like some goals that you have with for yourself that now you've kind of built a really solid foundation around your business?
So to first say, bro, I would be honest. Like I do get mad at myself sometimes that I didn't really track my numbers before even getting the tracking sheet. Like even before that, bro, because I don't really have like unless I go to my bank statements and stuff. But other than that, it's like I didn't know what haircuts I was doing. I didn't know how many haircuts I was doing a week, and like didn't know how much I was making really. Like I was just kind of cutting hair, put the deposited in my bank, and that was it. I didn't even
Yeah,
really track. But I would say right now, to be honest, obviously I want to get to that 10K point a month for sure. I would say I want to get into a studio too, just so that way, like when I am doing that, I kind of have a little bit more freedom, like I
yeah,
don't really have to worry about nobody else. I can just do my own thing and then I could really just create content because I really don't plan on like stopping making content at all. Even
yeah,
when I do, like say I do get super booked out and I got a demand, it's like I still want to do it because it is enjoyable. I do like doing it. I like when my clients come, hey Mark, you've been consistent, like the content's dope. I appreciate it. Like it looks good, like
yeah,
good. Like they even tell me too, they realize like, yeah, bro, like your stuff before, it wasn't the best, but now it's like really good, like this and that. I got little kids coming in the shop, like, hey, bro, I seen your TikToks, I seen this and that. And I'm
yeah,
just like,
yeah,
I just cut hair, bro. Like I'm just cutting hair, making videos,
yeah.
but it's dope for sure. But I would
That's
say
gas.
that,
That's gas.
yeah, I would definitely say for, obviously the 10K point and yeah, just more freedom to be honest, bro. Like I do want to travel for sure. Like, I want to be able to have a little bit more freedom with my schedule a little bit. Even though I definitely, I love what I do, I enjoy it. It's really rare too where I just go to work and I'm just like, man, I don't want to be here at all. Like it is
Yeah.
kind of rare when I'm just in that mood, but I feel like that's just, that's all of us sometimes.
It's yeah, it's life, bro. Shit happens. You sometimes you don't get rest. It might even just be rest, bro. You're just working too much and shit. But
Yeah.
now, like this is kind of like a question for you. Like, how are you gonna make more time? It is more like a business question. Like I know the answer, but based off of how you know, like how to do your business and stuff like that, like my
Yeah.
formula was always like I was never really trying to make like 20K a month as a barber, as a cutting hair barber, because I know
Yeah.
that was gonna break my back. I knew that I could do that doing other shit, like
Yeah.
still
So
cutting hair and still having that foundation, but like doing YouTube, doing classes, doing
yeah.
shit like
So
that.
yeah.
So what's your goal to make more plan to at least give tips to somebody like to your future self of what you're gonna do as far as
Yeah.
like making more time for yourself?
Yeah, to be honest, I would say because that's the same for me too. Like, 20K a month cutting hair would be nice, but I definitely don't want to, break my back either. Like, I want to kind of have like a balance in a sense. So I would definitely want to branch out and do other things. Like, if I started a YouTube, I'd be down for that. 'Cause like I said, I like creating. If I could do
Yeah.
brand deals or, tutorials to help other people. Cause like I said, bro, like I used to literally watch you and Ken all the time. Like,
That's fire. That's
I
gas.
watched I think I remember too, like, when I first started barber school, I got had to quarantine for like a month, and I had to watch self-cut videos. So I'd watch them.
That's gas, that's gas,
Like,
yeah.
so I would definitely like, to be honest, bro, just any little thing that I can do that involves, cutting hair still and like just creating content, if it can, bring in a little bit more money on that side too. So that way I'm not breaking my back so much cutting hair. I would
Yeah,
definitely enjoy that. But I definitely still want to stick with that for sure.
bet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of go through your account really quick, bro.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to you to give some game to like you've been consistent, bro. So kind of go all the way down to your post and kind of like narrate, bro. Narrate what was kind of going through your head when you were doing all this shit, right? Like this is December before you joined,
Yeah. So I would say
right?
definitely like,
Like you were doing some you were still trying and you
yeah,
were posting with the professional camera. Remember, I think one of the first questions you asked is should I keep recording with the professional camera?
yeah,
And I told you just fucking just switch it up, you know? So
yeah.
you were already trying.
I would definitely say when I was doing it right here before I joined and you guys helped me a lot. I would say I was just kind of just, I got a camera. I've always wanted a camera, bro. Like I've just always wanted like a professional camera. And at the time I thought, okay, well, this is gonna stand out a little bit more, especially in the town I'm in, because no one's recording with the camera and this and that. But I would just say, to be honest, I was just posting just random. Like you could just see, bro, like they're not
Just
the
to
best
pose.
action clips. It's just
Yeah,
kind of showing that like the haircuts kind of are like just the process kind of. I didn't
yeah.
really have too much guidance, and I guess you could
And
say too, I didn't really,
your consistency too. Look at your consistency.
yeah, it's posting here.
Like you posted, I think, one time November, two, three times in November, bro.
And
Three
before
times in
that, bro,
November.
didn't really post at all.
And then in December, you posted three times.
Mhm.
January, two times. February, two times. Bro, you were averaging like three posts a month, which is
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy. And the 13th, 15th, then you started actually picking it up a little bit. And I think this is kind of
I think,
where
yep.
this is when you joined. Like, was it so I have your May tracking sheet. So I think I might have your April, but your April you kind of tracked your walk-ins
Hmm.
as new clients. So I thought that the data was kind of misleading. But
Yeah.
in here you were making a decent amount of bag, bro. Honestly, you weren't. It
Yeah.
wasn't that bad,
And at
and
35 is not bad.
that's not bad. So that shows a reflection of like your services and you know people probably fuck with your vibe and you have a good haircuts and you're on time, you're consistent, you're there, you're chopping, right?
Yeah.
Which is pretty solid. But what made you stay consistent through here, bro?
To be honest, well, because yeah, I joined right about that time, and you told me too, like, hey, like you got to post, 7 days a week at least, so you can get the tracking sheet. And at the time, I was like, I've never really ever tracked anything, so I'm like, I need to get this. Like, I need this tracking sheet ASAP, so that way, I can start figuring out like what am I doing, what do I need to do to, get better at everything, pretty much. And then to be honest, bro, like when I first started, I like recording videos. Like I started like really
Yeah.
enjoying it, and I was like, man, this is dope. Even though some of it wasn't the best, or it wasn't exactly what I should be posting. I was just having fun with it at first.
Exactly,
Yeah,
bro. And that's a great nugget. Like, have fun with the content.
yeah,
You
because
know,
I
like
feel like
have
I don't think any of us should really feel like it should be like a hassle. Because you are right, bro. Like all you got to do is just set up your phone and record what we're already doing. Like why not? Just
yeah,
kind of just kind of like
facts,
figure out like exactly how you want to post, or what shows off your haircuts, because that really is what's going to bring people in and what's going to keep people watching most of the time.
facts, bro.
And
And you
different, just
made
different stuff too, different types of haircuts. It is good to cater to one, but I mean, if you can kind of show that you're just doing different haircuts, different styles. I've had plenty of people come in and they tell me like, oh yeah, I only seen a couple beard videos, but they were really good, and I wanted somebody that could do my beard, and I'm like,
yep,
all right,
yep,
I got you. Like I'll start making more bearded videos, so that way I
yep.
can cater towards those clients more too.
I remember that, bro. I remember that. I think
Yeah,
told you to just post more beards, but you want to get more beards, just fucking post beards, bro. And I
yeah,
think your content really started a kind of shift too. Like you were just consistent, bro. I think that's And you can't teach that like as much as like we did help you, but I think
Yeah.
a big thing is like you can't really teach like desire. Like
Yeah.
you can't teach that, bro. Like you there's no program out there that can teach you how to want something. You know, and I think that's something that anybody that watches this shit, like this is no like get rich quick scheme. Like this is literally like this works if you work, you
Yeah.
know, and
It's the same.
that's literally the main thing, bro. And right here, I think this is when you were trying to process videos, right?
Yeah.
When you started doing the process. And when did you raise your prices?
I think do we raise them in like I
Was
think
it
we raised
June
them
or
in
July?
July. June or July.
Okay, so May you were making 7K.
I would say another
Um,
thing too is with the content stuff is my big thing too was it was just like don't even worry about the views, don't worry about the likes, like none of that stuff, don't even worry about that. Just create and just find something that you really like to, make and something too that people enjoy. Like even if a couple of my clients used to tell me like, "Oh, bro, I like that video you posted." I'm like, "Shit, bet, bro. Like I'm gonna make another one."
yeah,
Like you guys
another
are
one.
enjoying it, like that's all that really matters. Or if as long as it's
Facts.
me and one, two, three clients, like I don't need a million views. I don't need 100,000 views. Like that's not. I'm not here for the views like that.
You're converting, bro. Like
Yeah,
conversions is what matters. Like we're not here to show like a viral video and then you're
yeah,
fucking broke. You
yeah.
know,
And I'm not
there's a lot
exactly.
of barbers out there that are getting views, bro, that are not converting on clients.
Yeah,
So you're posting the right cuts, bro. You're posting the right cuts. You have the right service, but it's like obviously like a taper blowout. Like somebody wouldn't mind paying $35 for this shit at
yeah,
that point. You know
yeah.
what I mean? So it's like so in here, even then too, like I think you just getting accountability and getting somebody to tell you, hey, bro, post every day.
Yeah.
Just that alone was enough for you to get momentum into getting new clients because we weren't tracking new clients as like we were tracking new clients as walk-ins, you know.
Yeah. See, yeah,
So like before, like we don't track walk-ins as new clients. That's just from
yeah,
the shop, you
yeah,
know. So these this is just raw. Like you see walk-in right there. We tracked one walk-in right there. That doesn't count. But all
yeah.
these other dudes is like, oh, so you see, we did track walk-ins there too. So some of this is incorrect as well, where it's like this was misleading as well for
Yeah.
um for for June, but then still like I know for a fact you went up in July because you were
Mhm.
already booked up and you went up in pricing and fuck I should have kept the other page. But
I think I did
you're
less.
basically yeah, you're doing less cuts and you're making the same amount of money. You
Yeah.
know, so that's always you got time back. And like if we go to what is it, August? Momentum, right? You must have
And I
done
was
something in your
posting too.
content. You weren't posting either, you said?
No, no, I was just saying like that was around the time when I was like, I think, yeah,
But the thing is that it sets you up, bro, because you were posting so many days before, and that bleeds into the other months, you know? So sometimes, like if July is like a popping month, you're posting content every day and you don't make that much money July, and then August, you'll have a crazy month. And if
yeah,
you might not even post in August, bro, but you'll have a crazy month because of July.
yeah.
You know, so that's the great part about this. And your content shifted, bro. Like your content shifted a lot. And
Yeah, it definitely got way better over time for sure. But that's just, just like you said, trying new stuff, trying to figure out what works, what doesn't, and just kind of having fun with it, bro. Like that's it's really what it is. Like I just want to build up, like this is what I've always told myself. Like I just want to enjoy what I do. Like if I'm gonna post content, like I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm not gonna sit here and be pouting about it that I gotta record a video. Cause like I said, bro, like we already cut hair, you stole your iPhone up and just record it. Like it's gonna bring you somebody in. Like you might as well. Like
facts.
I tell a lot of people that I know too. I'm like, bro, you got to start posting, bro. Like, just post. Like, it's not hard. Like, you know?
Well, why, bro? That's the thing that pisses me off, bro. That's why, like, I like working with you, bro, because it's easier to work with you because, like, you don't. I don't have to tell you to be motivated. I don't have to tell you to not be scared. Like, you're
Yeah,
gonna do it. Right now, it's just being more like more strategic with the content. That's it. That's what's gonna get you the thing. And I think just doing these videos, knowing that you're gonna bring out blowout tapers and you're gonna post that, that's gonna bring you new clients.
yeah. I
So
just
I
cut that
think
kid today.
what'd you say?
I just cut that kid today. The one that
Oh,
just,
really? I'm
yeah,
dead, bro. Nice, bro.
uh,
But bro, with shit like this, bro, so like just looking at your numbers, you're at 45, you're making 7 bands, you're doing 145 cuts, 9 new clients, which is solid. It's not the best.
Yeah.
and bam,
Yeah, that was a
now
good
you
month.
hit. That was a good month. That's August. 17 new clients. Like in August, you were banging content, but you
Yeah.
switched up the approach a little bit. Like you switched up the approach as far as the angling and everything with your content. It was kind of like more
Yeah.
close up in August.
Yeah, my
Like
colors
that
definitely
those,
weren't
those
the best. I kept
yeah,
messing them up.
you see. I think I remember where we were maybe trying to go for like action clips and stuff like that
Yeah.
with like guidelines set and stuff. But this then we transitioned to showcases, I think, which this video did better than the other ones too.
Yeah.
But all of these are solid cuts, bro. They're all solid. And then you raise your prices in July. Let's look at your other tracking sheet. July, delete
I think
that.
this is like a very like I genuinely think now, like now that I've been doing this for so many months, I definitely think like every barber should be doing stuff like this. Like there's just no reason we shouldn't be tracking our numbers. And it's not even like
Bro,
I won't even say I get super discouraged either. If anything, like if I do have like a low month, I don't like if anything, it's like, all right, bro, like you gotta step up your game this next month and you gotta either make more content or, just do better pretty much.
so in May you were doing 164 cuts, making basically 7K, which is pretty solid. That's when you also went on your little bull run as well, where you just started posting it every single day.
Yeah.
Um, August, you made an extra K. I think an extra K. Where is this at?
Yeah, just
So
about.
156. You
Felt like
did
yeah.
eight less haircuts.
And somehow
Eight
still
less,
made over, you know?
yeah, eight less haircuts, and you made an extra $1,000, which is 8 extra hours, bro. And I think, let's say you wouldn't have razor prices,
Hmm.
and you would have stayed there at 35 for another year. That's an extra $1,000 that you could have been making, right?
Yeah.
But it's not about the money made. It's like you could have made 1,000, but you lost 1,000 because you
Yeah.
didn't make 1,000.
Yeah.
So it's like double, right? Isn't it like double? It's like time plus
That's
the
what I,
money plus
yeah.
the money you could have made.
That's why
So it's
another
like,
too, like I don't ever really try to miss either because it's like as barbers as we you know how it is. If we're not cutting hair, we're not making money. So it's like you're
yeah.
missing out on a whole day with, who knows how much you could have made that day, but it's like you're throwing it on top of, you already missed out on that.
And even then here, you're taking days off as well.
Hmm.
In September, you have your October. You're close, bro. Actually, you hit your 8K, bro.
Yeah, that was my best month. I think that was one of my
That
best months.
that's 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 in October, bro.
It is,
October.
bro. I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy. Like, just like, obviously, it is nice. Don't get me wrong. Like, to see, numbers like that, because I've never really, like I said, bro, like all my jobs I worked, I wasn't making really anything. So it is definitely nice to see that. But it's like, I don't want to say I want, like, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but I definitely, want to keep going. I want to obviously raise
Hey,
that.
it's definitely you're not ungrateful, bro. You're just grateful, but you're just that, bro. Let's be real. At 95% booked up, like you can go up by 15 and you'll be all right.
Hmm.
You'll be all right. So we can even do the numbers for that, bro. Like potentially, like in the future, you go up by what would you want to go up by 10 or 15, bro?
Paying 15 would be nice.
That would be hard, bro. $60 a cut.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like a lot of my clients right now, my average is around like 50 to 60 bucks. Like usually that's usually what a lot of people are paying me kind of 50
Yeah.
to 60, with beard, definitely 60 most of the time.
So I mean, well, let's play devil's advocate here, bro. Let's say you go up to 60, bro, and you lose 25% of your clientele. That's fucking like that's like worst case scenario, bro, because they're already paying you. But just so people, if we do posts, like so people don't know we're cap, we'll just say 25%. So at
Yeah.
25%, we'll be at 70% booked up, right? So
Hmm.
168 times 70% is you'll be doing about 118 cuts.
So a little,
So
maybe like 40, 50 cuts.
118, yeah, for 40 cuts left. Yeah, 180, yeah, 40 cuts less basically. And if we multiply by 60, you'll be making $7,080. That's non tip. This is not no tip included. But
Yeah.
if we average out, this is us being like super lenient, bro.
Yeah.
We add in $1,000 of tips. You're
Hmm.
making 8,000. You're making the same amount, literally the same amount of money, but you're doing 40 haircuts less, bro. That's insane.
That's crazy. And that's
That's
another thing
great.
too, bro. Like what's good about like tracking all this, because yeah, I definitely don't ever want to like get burnt out of cutting hair, because I really do enjoy it. Like I genuinely enjoy what I do. Like I would never lie. I just don't ever want to have to like do too many haircuts when we could be a little bit more smarter with tracking the
Yeah,
numbers, posting, the price raises and stuff like that. Even just money aside,
facts.
bro. Like I feel like the freedom is way more important than just making 10 bands a month?
Facts. That's my perspective. I think that's a great perspective to have. But like now, let's say that you're trying to get to 10K,
Hmm.
right? We said at 118, you're cutting 118 clients now at $60. You're making literally the same amount of money, 8,000. So we need 2,000 more, two bands more. So let's say 2,000 divided by your price point, which is you need an extra 33 clients a month
Hmm.
at 118 plus how many clients did we say right now?
One is it this one right here?
No, hold up. Let me do that again. So we said, what did we say? $60?
Yeah, $60,
So so
180.
two so $2,000 divided by the $60 price point, 33 clients, right? You're doing 118 clients. So we would need 151 clients at $60. So basically, bro, getting back
Kind of
to
what
this
I'm.
point, it's
Yeah.
the same shit. It's literally we would have to rinse and repeat what you were already doing at
Hmm.
45 and do it at 60. And actually, bro, it's eight less haircuts. So
Yeah.
we just need to get you to 92, 91%. And
Hmm.
you're hitting your goal. So 33 clients a month. So 33 divided by 4 is an extra 8.25 clients a week.
Damn.
So at that point, it's like in a 4 month span, bro, like you can get to 10 bands in 4 months. That's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario if you go up by 15. But since you're moving, like we're gonna have to just keep it there. So this is like the whole onboarding stuff. So
Yeah.
since you did join the program, like I'm just gonna give you like the more advanced program. Like this is part of like the we are recording this shit, but this is goes into what we were supposed to talk about. Um, my advice to you, bro, is gonna be to stack and set a time limit, bro. Like set a time limit for when you want to leave. And
Yeah, bro.
immediately already like whatever your location, what's gonna be your location?
So I'm in Gilbert right now, but so I don't mind cutting here on my crib, but the only thing is when it does get hot, like it's probably gonna
Mm,
be impossible. But like I said, I have there's a studio spot that I found that's like a little more extra than what I'm already paying in Casa Grande, but I'm not too worried about that just because I feel like I do genuinely think that, as long as I keep posting, as long as, I pretty much do
yeah,
what I'm supposed to do. And with your guys' guidance, like I feel like
yeah, bro.
I'm not gonna fail. Like I just don't
No,
genuinely think
you're
I will,
you're not, bro. You're not. I think how far is that studio from your house?
bro. Like 5 minutes.
Bro, yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Like,
Do that, and then use your crib as like a space to create like
yeah.
hella content. Like one or two clients, bro. Bring them in on your off days, bro. If you got nothing to do on your off day, just hit up one of your homies. Come through. Let me record you. Just always
Wait.
have. It's like rapping. I always saw it like rapping, bro. You want to always have like you want to drive to the studio and do your thing if you're 5 minutes away, but you
Yeah.
always want to have the chance to record a song at your crib.
Yeah.
Whenever you feel inspired.
Yeah.
So I think a good move is gonna be to already start promoting like the hashtags of all the nearby cities in your crib and
Hmm.
already start maybe documenting, bro. Like
I was
I'm
thinking about that too.
like set it out like a journey like I'm like I'm dipping out. Like I'm moving February 1st. Follow me on my journey to, relocating my business. And
Hmm.
then people will fuck with it, bro. Like you don't have to do it every day, but
I
I think
definitely do
it's
want to like branch into stuff like that though, for sure. Like more of like
that'd
the
be
kind of
hard.
like the personal, the personality content kind of.
that'd be hard where maybe you like you can do those like the same shit that you always do where you just walk into a shop and you clean the mirror, but it's a
Mhm.
voiceover of like
Yeah.
all the cuts that you do in a day. Like, hey, like my name is Mark Anthony Felix. Like this is what I'm doing. I'm moving shops, but it's just like you just B-roll of you cutting. It could just be you cutting and you showing yourself, and then
Mhm.
you saying this, I'm moving out. This is day one. I have until February 1st to relocate my business,
Mhm.
and then you put that out there and it sets you have to be accountable. And now
Yeah.
you like everybody knows. Everybody's like, oh
Yeah.
damn, you're moving, bro. Oh damn, you're moving, bro. Like for sure, where you gonna be cutting at? And then you're
Mhm.
like, all right, cool, I'm cutting here, bro. Like slide through,
I
slide
definitely
through. And
I definitely think with like that for sure, like me finally being able to say that and letting people know, I definitely that'll definitely like lock me in and make me be like, all right, Mark, like there ain't no going back. Like, cause
yeah,
with like I never want to like say something and then not do it. Like that's never been, I don't want to be like that. Like I want to be able to just
yeah,
go in pretty much.
yep. That's the reason why I'm saying that, bro. Like if you put it out there, like no, you
Hmm.
you can't go back.
Yeah.
Your boss is gonna see it for sure. Obviously, tell your boss like before you start posting some shit.
Yeah. No, I'm
But
gonna definitely have a
uh,
talk with them.
but I think one, you have to be assertive on the timetable. Like give yourself a time frame. And
Yeah.
if like what we're in December, I think you can do this shit by the end of February. Like to
Hmm.
give yourself at least 60 days, 60
Yeah.
days, and that's it. 60 days straight of content, bro. Straight of content, promoting your shit, hashtags, and then just leaving it up to God, bro, at the end of the day, because you can't you don't know if somebody's gonna drive out 30 minutes to go see you or not, but you can't focus on that,
Yeah. I can't.
and then
No, go ahead. My bad.
and now you're good. And then also too, locking in your studio.
Yeah.
Going in there and just putting down your lease, bro, like signing your lease
Yeah.
for in advance or however that might look like.
Hmm.
You need to put those things in place so it's set
So
in
that
stone.
way.
You,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, because
you
when I
mentioned you meant my bad. You mentioned to me that you wanted to do it April, so I was
yes.
like, I think that's too far. It goes back to the whole price race thing, where it's like
Hmm.
you lose you gain 1,000 right by doing the right move, and it's a
Hmm.
risky move, or you lose 1,000 and you lose that extra 1,000 that you could have made.
Yeah.
So it's like it's kind of like that where you're gaining the commute time and you're
Hmm.
getting the energy, and then you're putting yourself in that line of fire to scale. Like, okay, cool, I got to scale.
Because I genuinely think like if I do end up getting this, well, when I do get the studio, like bro, like I could really go all in with content. Like I could really record every day, record all my clients, do 2, 3 videos on one client. I ain't gotta worry. I don't have to have the pressure of walk-ins on my back or anything like in the shop distracting me or just even the drive.
Yeah,
Like just like I definitely like I've been thinking about it. Trust me. Like even before I told you too, I was like thinking really hard about it. I'm like, man. Like I think it's that time that I kind of branch out and just kind of like try to do my own thing and and I know it'll work out. Like you said, leave it up to God. Like I know that, he has the plan for me and I just gotta, I just gotta follow it and stick with it.
yeah. So do you have an idea of like a time stable that you want to put for yourself,
Uh
and leasing too, the leasing part, like
yeah.
how does that work as
So
well?
I went to talk to because there's a couple barbers that are like the studio spot. It has a bunch of barbers already. Like it has like 4 or 5 maybe, and then it has like nail techs and like all this other hair
Mm-hmm.
salonists and all that. But I talked to her and she said that she had some openings like a month ago when I went, but I had told her I was like I'm not too sure yet exactly the time frame. But she sent me like how much it is, how much the down payment is, what I can do to the studio and the weekly, the rent for the studio. She said I can go in whenever I want, I can leave whenever I want, like as in like I can go to work whenever,
Is
And
it
I know
like
they
a Phoenix salon, like a Phoenix salon, or like
uh
a Sola salon?
no, 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 no. It's really just like it's called the collab. You could probably look it up on like Instagram or something, but
But
it's literally like just like a whole bunch of like studio spots inside, like a big old like it's in the mall. It's kind of like an outdoor mall in a sense.
yeah.
But they have a yearly lease and then they have a 2 year lease. She said if I sign a year lease, I think she said I get the 4 first weeks free. And then if I sign a 2 year lease, then I get 8 weeks free.
Mm,
So like I guess it gives you like time to like do what obviously make the
And
studio.
and could you sign in advance where you're like, hey, I'm trying to move in on March or
Yeah, I
April
want to say
or
I can. I think I can. I think I just have to put the down payment down, which I think it was like five, 700, something like that.
yeah, yeah, that's cool. And
Like,
the down payment is for first months.
yeah, I think so. Or I think it would just be to hold it, to be honest. I think
Okay, and then okay for sure.
because
Okay,
it's a weekly thing. But and then I do have like other barbers out here too trying to get me to their shop, but so most of them are just commission, and I don't want to do any of that no
nah,
more. I don't want to be on
nah.
commission.
Go to the salon route, bro. Do that. Build your stuff. Get to $60 a cut, bro. In there, scale that to 10K. Once you get to 10K, you go to 75. You know,
Yeah.
at 75, you'll probably be making six figures with not that much effort if you do
Mhm.
it the right way. When you do that, then you start like branding yourself more. Like if you start posting more of the stuff that I'm telling you, like the documentation of you moving and stuff like that, I think it'll help your brand too. And then once you get to like obviously 60, 10K, go to 75, you'll drop down a little bit, then reach back to 10K. But once you start making that bread at 75, I think that's when you like start hiring like an editor. You start looking into doing YouTube stuff. Like
Yeah.
that's when you start like building that shit out. Then you get to 100, or you get to 100. At that point, you have your team already. You're making six figures with 20 cuts, 25 cuts. You know, like at that point, like money's good. You got a team. Then you start scaling your YouTube. You get more traction on YouTube. You get some help with YouTube. You build another editor. You start
Hmm.
getting brand deals. You know, then hopefully people will fuck with you on YouTube. Then you can start doing classes. The classes will substitute for the cuts. Little by
Hmm.
little, bro, you'll be at 125 per cut, 150, and you can kind of see the little step by step,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
for
like
sure.
it's gonna look good for you, bro. And I think those are like that's like step 50. But like step one right now is gonna be figure out a deadline for yourself.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to have it right now, but you can let me know like as soon as you know.
Yeah, yeah, for
And
sure.
set that deadline and then question the deadline too. So if you say March, ask yourself why you're telling yourself March. Like what's logical to you for that?
Hmm.
And that's number one. Like without that, I don't think you can move without just you knowing when you're gonna make the move. So
Yeah,
once that's in place,
mhm.
then you start making the content. You know, start making the content and start transitioning the business or as ASAP.
Yeah.
You know, that's number two. Number three is just like keep stacking. Like literally just keep stacking your bread. Like don't waste money on dumb shit. Like keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
But without those two things in place, once you set the deadline, you make the announcement, you make the content around that announcement, then you
Hmm.
set yourself up for that move, you stack your bread, and then you're gonna be ready to move, bro.
Hmm. I think that's another thing too that like was stopping me like probably like a month ago. I wasn't really like because I told a few barbers that I know about it and they were just like, "Oh, bro, I don't know, bro. Like is people going to drive out here or like you should just get into a shop and just build your clientele." And I'm just like, "Bro, like I got guidance, bro. Like I got people that are, helping me out. They're, they want what's best for me too, like they're really like gonna help me and like I trust you guys. Like I really do trust you
Yeah,
guys. I trust the program, I trust Ken, Lowe's, everybody, bro. Like I do. Like I genuinely don't think that it would be a lose situation at all.
no. It's not, but plus now it's like also you can ask Ivan for advice too, bro. Like
Yeah.
he's in the course, you're in the elite program, bro. So it's like bro, he literally left all his clientele, bro, and he
I know
moved
I
to
seen his
Dallas,
video
bro.
today again. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy, right, bro? So it's like it's like people are just gonna what is it the difference like 30 minutes, bro, between that,
Yeah.
bro. I've
Probably
had
like
I've
30,
had
40.
bro, I've had people fucking drive out hours just to come get a fucking buzz cut. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like let's be real, bro. Like when people
Yeah.
fuck with you, they fuck with you. They
Hmm.
like there's gonna be a transitional period where they don't want to look for another barber. They're gonna drive out to you. If not, bro, you've already posted 60, 90 times before the move, so people know that you're moving.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So people are gonna find you. People are looking for a great barber, bro. And at
Yeah.
45, bro, you're a steal. You're still a steal. You
Hmm.
know, so it's like it's gonna work out. As far as the actionable steps, bro, just so we could continue with this whole mentorship shit, bro. Deadline. let me know when the deadline is, then announce the deadline, and then make the content around your move. And you do that consistently through time, stack your bread. You're gonna make that. You're gonna make that like that calculated risk take. You
Yeah.
know, so yeah, bro. Like I'm proud of you, bro. Like I'm really like I'm really excited to work with people like you, bro. And I'm not just saying that just to say it.
Hmm.
You make my shit like I'm happy, bro. Like it makes me my job, bro, like really easy. Like I don't have
Yeah.
to motivate you. You know, and you listen, you're humble, bro. You like what you do. And I think, bro, we'll probably look at this shit, this video that we dropped. We'll probably laugh at this shit like next year. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Oh yeah,
we'll laugh at
yeah, for
this shit, bro.
sure.
So it's like we'll laugh at that shit, and it's gonna pay off, bro. Like I think it's gonna pay off. The movie's gonna pay off. Um, just keep building your brand, bro. Just keep building your brand. Any
Yeah.
questions, bro?
Uh, nah, not really, bro. I mean, if I do have any questions, I'll definitely let you know. But I mean, I just want to say, bro, like I really do appreciate it. Like I know you guys, I know you've been cutting hair for a minute too, and now you guys are doing all this and you guys are helping, because at first, when before I joined, I always looked at, courses and I'd seen stuff and I was just saying, I'm not really too, I guess I was a little bit more like how most people are, like, oh, I don't need nobody to teach me anything, kind of like that. But I mean, I got to a point where it's like, all right, I'm in the same position. Nothing's really changing. Like I got to make some change, I got to do something different. And then joining definitely like, changed my mind. It changed, like I said, it changed my perspective. Definitely made me fall more in love with barbering and just overall creating, just creating at like anything. Like for
Yeah,
sure. Like you guys have definitely inspired me and definitely mentored me, bro. Like I don't really, there's not too many people that, at least not too many people in my life that I kind of like look up to or that like kind of want to, guide me in the right direction in a sense. And you guys are
yeah,
definitely like doing a lot more than I could say, family even does, to be
yeah.
honest.
That's love, bro. That's love.
And I definitely appreciate you guys like more than you guys could ever know. Like everything you guys went through as a barber, everything you guys learned, just helping us out. Like, bro, that shit really paid off for, you guys and other
Yeah,
people. It's crazy, bro. Like you guys don't have to
yeah,
sit here and help nobody. You could just be stacking your guys' bread, making, hella bread and not
yeah,
even have to worry about interacting with other barbers. But like,
yeah.
nah, you guys genuinely care. And I definitely appreciate it, bro. Like for real, I do.
Appreciate you, bro. Let's just make more bread, bro. Now at this point,
Yeah.
like I always tell people, bro, like my goal is to get you results, bro. That's it. Like if
Yeah.
it's to help you make an extra 2 bands a month, bro, like 2 bands times 12, bro, is 25K. I made you an extra 25 bands, bro. I get to, talk to you about that, and that's gonna bring me more students, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
it.
No, yeah.
It's like a revolving fucking
Oh yeah.
it's like a
Like I said,
cycle, bro. Like I
yeah.
help you, you help me,
Oh
and at
yeah.
some
And I feel
point, bro,
like,
go
no,
for it,
my
my
bad.
bad. No,
No,
go
go ahead.
for it, bro.
I was just gonna say that pretty much the same thing too, bro. Like, yeah, like you guys expect something out of me, and I know I expect to, get results from you guys, and
Yeah,
it's just how it works, bro. Like, we have to like, you help me, I help you, and that's just how it has to work. And I definitely like, I'm fine with that. Like, I want to see you guys win too. I don't want to see anybody
yeah.
else doing bad or doing worse than me or not. Like
Facts,
anybody that I interact with, like my friends, family, anybody, even you guys now, like I want to make sure you guys get to where you guys want to get to in life, like
facts.
be happy for everybody
So
pretty much.
now, last question, bro. It's December, and bro, this is dope because you're gonna be able to watch this shit. It's December
I got
17th,
this too.
bro.
I got this.
That's gas. That's gas. That's fire. It's December 17th, bro. 2025. Like, where are you at, bro?
2025.
December 17th. It's literally a year from today.
A year from today,
Yeah,
I would definitely have
haircut price, book percentage, and location and what you're doing with your content and location, everything.
I would definitely say that I will definitely be in a studio. I want to say by the end of next year, I want to be at least 80 to 100 a cut. So that way it gives me a little bit more freedom to, create more content. Cause bro, like growing up, I never really like had like cameras or like, I never really got into like filming stuff or just creating or anything like that until I got into barbering. So I would hope that, I would hope I'm on YouTube too, still making content, kind of, doing more lifestyle stuff too with the barbering stuff, kind of implementing
Yeah,
both and just kind of just doing a little bit of everything, to be honest. I would say that's where I want to be at. And just overall just traveling, bro, just being being wealthy, being able to help my mom whenever she needs it or any family in need. And then, like I said, bro, like not even obviously like it's only a year, but after that, I want to be able to take care of my own family when I have one day for
Yeah.
sure.
So $80 plus the cut. Somehow starting something on YouTube. Maybe what, like 30 cuts a week?
Yeah, that'd be good. Cause I still want to
30
cut
cuts?
hair. Like I don't want to like just step completely away from it, but I definitely want to, give me a little bit more time to, create content, do it, make videos, do all that stuff too.
All right, bet. All right. Well, if maybe quarterly, bro, I'll probably show you this video, bro, quarterly. So if you're slacking, bro, I'm gonna be like, Mark, go watch this shit, bro.
Nah,
The
yeah,
last
for sure,
fucking minutes,
bro.
bro.
Nah,
But
you guys
appreciate you,
definitely
bro.
help me. Yeah, you guys definitely help me be more accountable too, bro. Like for sure with the content, just tracking and just staying on top of what I'm supposed to stay on. Cause I feel like, in life it's easy to get distracted and just kind of get thrown off course. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like this year has been one of my best years. I'm not gonna lie, being in my 20s, like the first few years, I was just like I said, I was lost, didn't really have
Just
nothing going
fucking
on. And
coasting
yeah,
and
just kind of
shit.
coasting through life, just not knowing what was gonna happen. But now it's like I know where I want to be and I know where I need to get to.
Facts, facts. So in the program, we basically the community shit, like just being in the group chats and shit, being around
Mhm.
everybody else. The Zoom calls helped, the fucking classroom, the videos, everything helped. But at the end of the day, bro, like as much as I love my program, bro, like we said, it won't work if you don't work. That's
Yeah, you
literally
have
it.
and you have to
You
want it
have to
too.
work.
Like
You have to
you
want
have
it.
to.
There's no get rich quick scheme, bro. But
Um,
drop your IG, bro, because we probably gonna drop this on YouTube or some shit, bro. So people gonna
uh,
follow you and shit. So what's
yeah,
the IG, bro?
you guys can follow me at Mark Fades on Instagram and TikTok. It's literally just MarcFades.
And check in with Mark if he don't get to $80 a cut by next year. Grill
No,
this guy, bro.
we
But
finna hit it.
appreciate
We
you,
finna
bro.
hit it.
Hey,
We
let's
finna hit
get it.
it.
Let's get it. Let's
Yes,
get it.
sir.
Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna let you go,
Appreciate
bro.
you,
Shoot me a
bro.
text, bro, with your deadline. All right.
All right, I got you, bro. I
All right.
appreciate
Let's
you
get it,
again,
bro.
man. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Brody. Peace. Much love, bro.